Among the ranks of British aristocracy, the Cavendish family, the Dukes of Devonshire, stands out with a rich heritage. Tracing their roots back to the Norman Conquest, they've managed to hang on to their hefty slice of history without seeming like they're just relics in a museum. Indeed, the Cavendishes have not only endured but flourished, adeptly navigating the financial intricacies of the 21st century, while preserving a connection to customs and values going back nearly 1,000 years. In today's episode of Old Money Mansions, we take you on a tour through the Cavendish family's grand estates and residences, uncovering the opulent symbols of their historic legacy as we explore the ancestral homes of the Cavendish dynasty. Number 1. Chatsworth House. First on our list of the Cavendish family's old money mansions will, of course, be the most iconic. Undoubtedly, Chatsworth House in Derbyshire has been the magnificent ancestral home of the Cavendish family since 1549, when Bess of Hardwicke and her second husband, Sir William Cavendish, acquired it. And 17 generations of the Devonshire family have called this architectural gem home, making it a living chapter in British history. And this Grade 1 listed marvel stands out for its grandeur and extensive art collections, evolving over centuries to reflect the eclectic tastes of its occupants. Among the notable figures is William Cavendish, the first Duke of Devonshire, a key player in the Glorious Revolution of 1688. Now, Chatsworth's guest book reads like a who's who of history and celebrity. King William III and Queen Mary II were among its distinguished visitors in the 17th century, while Princess Victoria, later Queen Victoria, had her first formal adult dinner here in 1832. Additionally, the estate's appeal even extends to the silver screen, featuring in films like Pride and Prejudice and The Duchess. Today, Chatsworth is managed by the Chatsworth House Trust, a charitable foundation established in 1981 to preserve its splendour for public enjoyment. But the 12th Duke of Devonshire, Peregrine Cavendish, and his wife Amanda continue to reside here, maintaining a vibrant connection to the estate's storied past. Now, spanning 35,000 acres, Chatsworth includes several sub-estates: the Main Estate, West Estate, Shottle Estate, Staveley Estate, and Scarecliffe Estate. The Main Estate, covering 12,300 acres, forms the heart of Chatsworth. This central area, featuring the park and picturesque villages like Baslow and Pilsley, showcases landscape artistry by renowned architects such as Capability Brown. And the River Derwent meanders through this serene expanse, epitomizing centuries of meticulous cultivation and architectural brilliance. Next, the West Estate, encompassing 6,400 acres, offers a rugged beauty with high ground extending into the Peak District and Staffordshire. This particular area's wild charm and diverse wildlife make it a vital part of Chatsworth's natural landscape, providing breathtaking vistas and rich biodiversity. Now, the Shottle Estate's 3,500 acres are predominantly agricultural, with a focus on dairy farming, and its fertile lands produce high-quality dairy products, essential to the estate's agricultural output. Next, the Staveley Estate, covering 3,400 acres near Chesterfield, is a blend of industrial sites, woodlands, and arable farms. This mix reflects the dynamic nature of land use in the region. And Staveley Works, an industrial site within the estate, provides employment and income, while the surrounding woodlands and farms enhance its agricultural diversity and environmental stewardship. Lastly, Scarecliffe Estate, the largest sub-estate at 9,300 acres, lies east of Chesterfield and is predominantly arable farmland. Its vast fields are dedicated to crop production, managed with a focus on sustainability and efficiency. This approach ensures that Scarecliffe's agricultural output remains robust for future generations. Thus, Chatsworth Estate is a harmonious blend of historical preservation and modern agricultural innovation, and the Cavendish family's careful stewardship has kept it as a vibrant and thriving part of Derbyshire, attracting visitors from around the globe and contributing significantly to the local community. Number 2. Bolton Abbey. Perched in the lush cradle of North Yorkshire's Wharfdale, the Bolton Abbey estate offers a majestic sprawl of 33,000 acres, a scenic domain intimately linked to the Cavendish dynasty for over 2.5 centuries. But the tale of this grand estate begins in 1748, woven through the marital union of Baroness Clifford and William Cavendish, the 4th Duke of Devonshire. With each generation, the Cavendish lineage has adored and shaped Bolton Abbey, etching their unique influences upon its historical and environmental canvas. And currently, the 12th Duke, Peregrine Cavendish, and his wife Amanda often grace Bolton Abbey Hall, continuing the familial legacy. Bolton Abbey has played host to an illustrious roster of guests, from monarchs to the stars of screen and stage. King George V's repeat appearances underscored the estate's regal significance, and in more contemporary times, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip graced Bolton Abbey Hall during the 2005 Royal Ascot races held in nearby York. And the architectural and cultural facets of the estate mirror the Cavendish family's flair for integrating historical grandeur with homely elegance. Nestled amid the Yorkshire Dales, the estate is a breathtaking blend of rugged moorlands, tranquil woodlands, and fertile farmlands. It boasts 1,500 acres of woods and 52 farms, enhancing both its agricultural yield and ecological diversity, and the River Wharfe, meandering gracefully through this panorama, adds both beauty and sustenance to the land. A magnet for over 400,000 visitors each year, Bolton Abbey invites exploration with more than 80 miles of public trails, including the renowned Dales Way, and the estate's iconic stepping stones offer a whimsical and adventurous river crossing that captivates all who dare to tread their path. For those wishing to extend their stay, the estate provides an array of accommodations from cosy holiday cottages to grand barn conversions and farmhouses. Alongside, it features a diverse array of 146 properties encompassing both residential charm and commercial potential, with offerings that range from office spaces to quaint delicatessens. Now, the historical heartbeat of Bolton Abbey is its priory, established in 1154 by the Augustinians and standing resilient through centuries of change. Despite the dissolution in 1539, the priory ruins and the operational priory church of St Mary and St Cuthbert continue to enchant and serve the local populace. In the careful hands of the Cavendish family, Bolton Abbey remains not only a cherished heirloom, but also a lively and integral part of the Yorkshire Dales community, continuing to draw admirers from across the globe. Number 3. Lismore Castle. Steeped in over 270 years of Cavendish family heritage, Lismore Castle stands as a resplendent emblem of aristocratic grandeur in Ireland's verdant landscape. Now, this storied estate entered Cavendish hands in 1753, sealing a union between Lady Charlotte Boyle, heiress of the 3rd Earl of Burlington and 4th Earl of Cork, and William Cavendish, the man destined to become the 4th Duke of Devonshire. Since that pivotal acquisition, Lismore Castle has embraced a vibrant tapestry of Cavendish triumphs and tragedies, all while nurturing a profound family legacy. The 5th Duke, also named William Cavendish, left a tangible mark in 1775 with the construction of an elegant arched bridge that gracefully arches over the River Blackwater. Yet, it was the 6th Duke, affectionately dubbed the Bachelor Duke, who profoundly reimagined Lismore Castle. From 1811, this visionary duke orchestrated a grand transformation, enlisting the genius of architects like William Atkinson and Sir Joseph Paxton, later famed for designing the Crystal Palace, to reimagine the castle in a sumptuous Gothic style, using finely quarried Derbyshire stone. The Bachelor Duke's fervour for Lismore was boundless, fueling extensive restorations that elevated the estate to a quasi-feudal regal fortress. His collaboration with Paxton, who had ascended from an under-gardener to a lauded architect, infused the castle with its distinctive Gothic silhouette and architectural finesse. Then, the mid-19th century ushered in another era of splendour under the Duke's guidance. He tasked J.G. Crace of London and the eminent architect A.W.N. Pugin with transforming the dilapidated chapel of the old Bishop's Palace into a grand medieval-style banqueting hall. This hall, crowned with a chimney-piece heralded at the Great Exhibition of 1851, now welcomes visitors with Sead Mille Failte, 100,000 welcomes. After the Bachelor Dukes era ended in 1858, Lismore Castle continued to be a beloved sanctuary for the Cavendish family. In the 1930s and 1940s, it became the cherished residence of Lord Charles Cavendish and his wife, Adele Astaire, sister of the iconic Fred Astaire. Adele, a frequent visitor until 1981, often brought her celebrated brother along, enhancing the castle's allure. Lismore has also played host to a dazzling array of guests, including British royals, luminaries of the arts, and President John F. Kennedy, linked by family marriage to the Cavendishes through his sister Kathleen. Architecturally, the castle witnessed significant changes under the 6th Duke's initiative, as William Atkinson and later Sir Joseph Paxton reinvented its structure into the Gothic masterpiece seen today. This overhaul not only revamped the castle's external appearance, but also enriched its interiors with lavish plasterwork, sumptuous tapestries, and luxurious furnishings. Today, Lismore Castle remains more than just an architectural wonder. It is a vibrant home. Currently, it is a part-time Irish residence for the Duke of Devonshire, while his son, Lord Burlington, oversees its affairs. And in 2005, Lord Burlington spearheaded the transformation of the castle's West Range into a contemporary art gallery, Lismore Castle Arts, and opened much of the interior for group accommodations. Number 4. Compton Place. Compton Place, a regal estate in Eastbourne, East Sussex, remains deeply rooted in the storied annals of the Cavendish family, the Dukes of Devonshire. The estate was woven into the Cavendish tapestry in 1782 through the matrimonial alliance of Lady Elizabeth Compton and Lord George Cavendish, the second son of the 4th Duke of Devonshire. This union heralded the beginning of the Cavendish stewardship of Compton Place, which was further cemented in 1858, when the 7th Duke of Devonshire, William Cavendish, inherited it following his cousin's demise, the 2nd Earl of Burlington. Originally christened Bourne Place, this Jacobean manor, transformed in 1726 by Colin Campbell into a Palladian masterpiece, reflects the aesthetic evolution dictated by its various custodians. Commissioned by Spencer Compton, Britain's second Prime Minister, the estate's architectural lineage is highlighted by its symmetry, classical forms, and an imposing grandeur that dominates its landscape. And the Cavendish connection is marked by several influential family members who have called Compton Place home, from Lord George Cavendish, who introduced the estate into the family holdings, to the 7th Duke of Devonshire, who made it a pivotal management hub for their Sussex estates. But the 10th Duke's era was tinged with mystery and tragedy, marked by his sudden death in 1950, shadowed by the infamous Eastbourne doctor, John Bodkin Adams. And Compton Place has played host to an array of distinguished guests over the years, including royal figures like Queen Alexandra and King Edward VII in 1892, enhancing its historical allure. Furthermore, the estate's adaptive use over time includes periods as a ladies' finishing school and later a language school, which welcomed future luminaries such as Benazir Bhutto. Now, the architectural significance of Compton Place is encapsulated in its Palladian style, particularly evident in the south elevation. This aspect was designed by Campbell and later augmented in 1806 by George Cavendish, the 1st Earl of Burlington, with a stately Doric peristyle, and the interiors are a showcase of opulent plasterwork and stucco decorations, notably in the gallery where a unique stucco portrait bust of Colin Campbell, the estate's architect, resides. Of course, We can't overlook the Duke's bedroom, a lavish chamber adorned with stucco reliefs inspired by classical themes such as Titian's Venus and Adonis. This room, originally conceived by Spencer Compton for a royal visit from King George II that never transpired, later welcomed other royal figures, including George VI and his daughters in 1946. The library, too, stands out with its original leather wallpaper, albeit dimmed by anachronistic 1960s lighting. The surrounding grounds of Compton Place have also been subject to evolution, originally designed with statue-lined walks that have since been moved to Chatsworth House. Today, these grounds are partially occupied by the Royal Eastbourne Golf Club, founded in 1887 and historically linked to the Cavendish family. In its more recent history, Compton Place's adaptability was tested in the mid-20th century when it was leased as a school in response to financial pressures from heavy death duties. Though Compton Place remains under private ownership with restricted public access, it continues to serve as a beacon of architectural magnificence and historical richness. Its legacy, shaped by the Cavendish family's enduring influence and commitment to preservation, ensures that Compton Place remains a captivating subject for both historians and architecture enthusiasts, securing its place as a cherished jewel in the fabric of East Sussex's heritage. Number 5. Holker Estate. And last on our list of old money mansions of the Cavendish family, Holker Hall, a stately manor majestically sited on the northwest coast of England in Cumbria, boasts a deeply woven history with the family, having been a part of their heritage since 1756. Now, the hall first became associated with the family when Lord George Augustus Cavendish acquired it through marriage from a Lowther cousin, beginning a connection that has spanned over 268 years and counting. But the hall's origins stretch back to the early 16th century, initially under the ownership of Cartmel Priory. After the dissolution of the monasteries in 1536, the estate changed hands to George Preston, who began constructing the hall. The Preston family maintained ownership until 1697, when Catherine Preston's marriage brought the estate into the Lowther family fold, where it remained until it transitioned to the Cavendish lineage in 1756. Holker Hall's narrative is punctuated by various transformations and pivotal events, including a devastating fire in 1871 that consumed the entire West Wing. William Cavendish, the 7th Duke of Devonshire, saw this calamity as an opportunity to reconstruct the hall on a more magnificent scale. The architects Paley and Austin of Lancaster were commissioned to design the new wing, resulting in the majestic red sandstone Elizabethan Gothic structure admired today. Under the stewardship of the Cavendish family, Holker Hall has flourished. Lucy Cavendish, the estate's current custodian, assumed management in 2014 from her father, Lord Cavendish. Despite not being the eldest child, her profound affinity for Holker Hall and her artistic acumen made her an ideal successor. And she has passionately focused on sustainability and promoting local craftsmanship, continuing the family's legacy of diligent stewardship. Holker Hall has served as a residence to many notable Cavendishes, including the 7th Duke, who played a critical role in its 19th century reconstruction. And the hall's interiors are lavishly decorated with family portraits, featuring a self-portrait by Van Dyck, and its library houses books from Henry Cavendish's collection, emphasizing the family's enduring bond with the estate. These days, encompassing about 17,000 acres on the Cartmel Peninsula, Holker Hall is a hub of diverse business ventures spanning holiday parks, quarrying, residential property, and property development, alongside farming, forestry, horticulture, and hospitality venues and events. At the heart of this grand estate is Holker Hall itself, the principal residence of Lucy Cavendish and her husband, Tor McLaren. Following the 1871 fire, the hall was reborn in a neo-Elizabethan style, balancing historical grandeur with the needs of a modern family home and public attraction. Surrounded by award-winning gardens celebrated for their exotic plant species, the hall thrives due to the region's unique microclimate. but agriculture remains a vital component of the estate's operations, producing high-quality items such as cheese, honey, and the acclaimed Holker saltmarsh lamb. These products reflect the estate's commitment to excellence in farming and artisanal craftsmanship. Tourism and hosting events also play a pivotal role at Holker Hall. Throughout the year, the estate buzzes with activity from the Holker Garden Festival, often dubbed the Chelsea of the North, to local producers' markets and the festive winter market. These events not only spotlight local produce and horticulture, but also strengthen community ties and enhance the visitor experience. In its entirety, Holker Estate stands as a dynamic and historically significant landmark, seamlessly integrating traditional farming with contemporary hospitality and tourism in the heart of Cumbria. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Have you visited any of these lovely Cavendish estates? Or would like to? No. We love hearing your thoughts on the architecture featured on our channel, so any additional pieces of your knowledge would be surely appreciated. With that said, thanks for joining us for another episode of Old Money Mansions, and cheers until next time.